There we go. Well, I got cut off last night talking about my comics, my all-time bangers box. So this is part 2. Washing machine is not running, and the TV's not on. So and I got the whatever it's called, landscape orientation check. Pretty sure. So let me finish this stack. I think it was all indie books. I don't think there were any. There was the Art Adams books were the Marvel books. I don't. The Time Bandits book was Marvel. There's a lot of Marvel in the back end of the stack, so let's get into it. I got 2 Jim Starlin Warlocks right here. These are so cool. There's a gallery edition book of his run I like to get, but will probably not before it goes out of print and becomes expensive. Here's Ditko Doctor Strange, 2 issues on back. I guess this is like Tales to Strange Tales. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right? Not Astonish. Here's Howard 1. Now this was tough to break up because I have like 2, 6, 8, 12, 22, etc. So it was, but this one, and this one is not in great shape. It's definitely got some water damage, but it's a nice book to have. And I think I did get it for $3 at Midtown because of the. Can you believe it? This is Dave Mazzucchelli, Marvel Fanfare. I don't really know what the deal with this book is. I think it's like it might be on Baxter paper. I think it's Al Milgram's. There he is. Editorial. I think it's his pet project, I guess. And this entire issue, I think, is by Dave Mazzucchelli. And it looks pretty swell. Looks like the kind of thing that I would consider teach from because it looks very accessible and cinematic. All that kind of stuff. All right, cool. Anyway, that's nice. Here's Time Bandits again. Did I say enough nice things about this one? David Lloyd, Handmade Films. So Handmade Films was what's his name? What's the guy's name? George Harrison. Was financing, basically Monty Python adjacent projects, or at least he did for this one time before they made this deeply problematic film, which not problematic. Money. What do I say? Did it make its money? Who knows? Terry Gilliam in it for money? Yeah, sure. Who likes money? Who doesn't like money? He's not making it for money. He's Terry Gilliam, baby. Oh. This is so cool. This is Ian Holm. It's pretty good likenesses, David Lloyd. I can't do any likenesses. But, you know what I'll say? Is that this movie like a wink in a likeness? And it's supposed to be that this is Sean Connery, King Agamemnon, and he's really this firefighter. And so it's a pretty good likeness. I guess it depends on how you enjoy spending time with King Agamemnon, like the end of the first act of the movie. This is page 27. Here's the guy. There he is. This is just out of the movie, the proportion over here. Super cool. Anyway, I'm not here to criticize. This book is fantastic. Let's say something nice about this one. Easy. It's brilliant. Where's the bit where it mixes? Yeah, so here's the storytelling format over here. It's very kind of like the Gil Kane experiments, if you will. And then this one, right? This one's got like your typical, prototypical goth outlaw type, and then he's interacting with these like kind of Big Daddy Roth, R. Crumb, coyotes and rats. This one's very look how animated this is, straight out of some kind of Fleischer Fleischer or Savory Nightmare. Yeah, right? That's so cool. What range? I'd never, this book to me was legendary when I heard about it. Wow. Splash. He's a miracle. Bow, wow, wow, wow. You guys, this book? Look, yeah, here's the coyote. Wolf things, coyote boys. Yeah, pretty cool. Hey, yay, mono wheels. Look at this. Look at this inking. Oh my God. Look at the. What a unique approach to cartoony inking. What a way to still be true to yourself. The thing that I recall about James O'Barr when I saw it the first time, it was on someone's shelf in college, was that it was very like Will Eisner adjacent, or the things that I was picking up from Will Eisner, I could see mirrored in Pro. So that's cool. Wow, this chase sequence is good. Is the whole thing, huh? That's fantastic. No wonder it's in the all-time banger box. Oh boy. Here it is. All right, this is fast. All right. What's on the back of this? More of that. Okay, here you go. What you came to see. Look at that. Full run. Jackpot. Oh, it was the 11th one. Yeah. So I completed this run between the ages of. Jeez, it's dusty. God damn. It's old. I probably started collecting when I was 10 and completed it when I was 13, I think. And the last issue I got was the 8th one. Come on. Show me. There you go. The first one I got them in Florida. I think the first one I got was the one where they're buried. Maybe this one. And yeah, I was just super psyched to complete the run. It was the first time I ever did that, and not the last. And the truth is that there's a couple of runs that if I could complete, I'd be very, very happy selling all the chaff of my collection off, which is what I'm sort of angling to do. This is Nemesis the Warlock. What's his name? Pat O'Neill and Kevin O'Neill? No, Pat Mills and Kevin O'Neill. Jeez, wild. I have a friend, Jim Dandy? Is that the fellow? Matt Furrier? I think he's into this one. A lot of people are into this one. Not just that guy. Hey now. This one's crazy. I'll be honest with you, this is a book that I mostly like to look at the pictures. To be honest, I find the text in most comics to be a little too dense for me, and to just distracting from how luxurious this is. So, there you go. What else? So anyway, I got the full set. Good. What runs would I like to complete? Eddie Current, Metro, Epic Elf Quest. The first, what's it called? American Flag. That'd be good. I'm doing very good on concrete. I'm pretty sure Grendel is complete. Like maybe some of the 70s Kirby books, like Devil Dinosaur, I could complete, I suppose. Maybe Eternals. I bet the Eternals books all dipped the price after the movie bombed. I have most of the Eternals books. Might have to get some replacements for ones that I cut out to collage with. All right, so this is a stack of Ted McKeever books. So I got some Eddie Currents. Mad Dog Graphics is a Canadian outfit, I think. I think that Arrow did something with them. No. I'm thinking of Harlan Ellison, Richard Corbin, A Boy and His Dog, but maybe it was called Blood and Jeff. No, Blood. A Boy and His Dog. The comic is called Blood, and in the movie they call him Alfred. Young Don Johnson. You guys seen this movie? It's very good. It's very 70s. Very rather problematic. Oh, this is so dusty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, one person watching this live. I really appreciate you. Thanks so much. What kind of comics you like, given that you've been watching for at least, 7 minutes. Oh, God. Look at that. Ted McKeever? Look at this screen tone. Boom. Almost like manga. I think the gimmick on this book, oh jeez, I got put away, is that it unfolds, in 12 hours. 12 issues in 12 hours. So it's kind of like 24. This is the one that's really cool. Metropole. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so dusty. I got 2 people watching. Hey, fellas, I let me know what kind of comics you like and what kind of community to talk about. This is Ted McKeever. Look at these cash shows. Here's my thing. Always use a lot of heavy, solid blacks in every panel. There you go. Or at least in every panel, have some heavy, solid blacks. Doesn't that kind of a Chris Bacalo type feel to it? Man, look at how he does figures and stuff. Crazy stuff. Wowie wow. Anyway, this one's about like angels and demons duking it out 90s style. It's got like a Demolition Man kind of vibe to it. Distorts, man, look how he distorts the buildings. His lens. The leaning lens. Yeah. Very good stuff. But the most impressive book I've seen by Ted McKeever is Plastic Forks. Oh man, look at Plastic Forks. So it's an epic book. It's not just prestige. They're like extra thick. They're like 68-page books or something like that. It's like mixed media, all kinds of like marker mixed with paint and some collage, etc. I think. Pole. Yeah, demons. Anyway, it's about demons. That's like manga. All manga. What's it about? Like, I don't know, his brother, mother's a demon or something, you know. This guy, it's like he's trying to go to school in Japan, but he's getting distracted because, you know, his father is a demon, and let me tell him rules about demons, etc., etc. And then he fights a bunch of demons. They interrupt his math lesson. It's very awkward. I could write manga. There you go. That's so rude. So rude of me. I love manga. Anyway, a lot of Metro. Anyway, enough about that. I think there's 2 volumes of this, but the first one's 10 issues and the second one's like 4 or something like that. Metropole volume. Yeah, so they already knew they were doing a volume 1 the entire time. I bet that's what happened. This is the last issue. Part 2 of Eddie Curran. Oh, Mike Mignola. I had no idea that they did a backup in there. Maybe it's probably issues 9 and 10. This is the first one. Yeah, the one is still in the first one. Yeah, this is the cover I remember. I remember seeing this, and it was like they would put this next to like a Marvel UK, which it just confused me. I didn't know what, you know, I would see these characters trading card and be like, what the heck is this? Because it looked like the way I saw the Image characters the first time. It looked like that. Look at this monochrome. No, it's no chrome. It's black and white. High contrast, baby. This looks good. Ted McKeever has a lot of later books. I don't think he makes comics anymore. Sculpture, painting, something like that. Who knew him? I met him at a show one time. He's very nice. I used to have a Ted McKeever. But the guy that I knew who knew him was like, yeah, he's not. He's like, yeah, if you read the later books, especially Pencilhead, Pretty White doesn't want to be in comics, and Pencilhead is pretty fucking good. Look at this kaboom. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, yeah, the atmosphere on this. Look at this. What a... Oh my gosh. Good golly. Look at this guy's eyes. Anyway, they're angels, you know. You got these mecha bodies. This is crazy. Look at that color. I bet he's doing the color himself. This is like Auteur Comics. It's a later epic book, right? This is 92. This is like the tail end of epic. They'd put it next to Clive Barker books. Now, I love Clive Barker. I'm actually listening. I actually started a new Clive Barker book that I've been meaning to for a long time. It's Imagica. Excuse me, I'm going to blow my nose. Damn dust. Oh, drat. Anyway, the audiobook of Imagica is like 30 hours long. And I don't know. I enjoy Clive Barker. I enjoy his personality coming through, or at least the parts of his personality that he lets come through in his writing. And I appreciate a lot of things about his work. So I'm an hour into this, and I'll let you know. Anyway, I've never read any of his comics. That's not true. His was it Gabriel Rodriguez? Forgive me. The Great and Secret Show, IDW. What a book! Holy cow! I used to have the Omnibus, and that's the one that I would read. I don't think I would read the other two ones. Sorry. That's the end of Ted McKeever. Oh, I just don't want to say goodbye to Transit. I don't know what this is. This is my only issue with Transit? That can't be. Faith, 1 of 5. Industrial Gothic, 1 of 5. 5 of 5. That's always fun to have the first and last. And then this is The Extremists. I got 3 of these. Vertigo. Real Silver. Wow. Now let's see what this one's more indie. I don't know who published this. I don't know. You tell me. Wow, this is great. Who? Oh, Jesus. Vortex Comics. Canadian? Pacific Northwest? Let's see. Toronto called it. Comics Expert. More. Wow, look at this, graffiti. Hum a few bars and I'll fake it graffiti. Wow, look at these keys. Sight. He's great. Look at this, a facsimile document taped up. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite devices. I wish I could draw good enough to even try to do something like this. Oh, sure you could, Ben. Just come up with meditate on the gags. It takes a good brainstorm. Having the visions is tough for me. I don't know about you guys. Are you all cartoonists? Everyone can be a cartoonist. You don't have to draw good. You don't have to draw as a professional cartoonist to draw well or to make excellent comics. And you don't have to ink and finish your comics to make excellent comics. If you like comics and you want to make comics, the only thing that you need is friends who like comics who will encourage you by saying, yeah, that's cool. Full stop. That's all right. That's enough about this. What is 1987? Is this the earliest Ted McKeever piece I have? I don't want to look deeper because I'll go. It's so dusty. This one's not so dusty. Yeah, it's like Sad Room. Yeah, it's got kind of a Jonan Vasquez brutalism about it. This is cool. Or like, I don't know what. This is real. This is real, like alternative manga. That's super weird. That's your alternative manga that drives the kids wild, but they don't export because it's frankly too weird, and it's so weird that they don't I don't understand it. Why would we export soft power with this weird shit? They say, Oda-san, give us more One Piece. One Piece. John said that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ himself, but Oda-san and One Piece actually is more popular than Jesus Christ. I think, right? Top selling book, better than the Bible. Fine, One Piece. I read a bunch of One Piece. How much? How many Takoban? Not that many. 4. Ugh. But I watched like 75 episodes of the television show. And the live action first season. And I'm looking forward to the second one. But the 75 episodes of TV that I watched, really, it was such an experience being a product. I'd never watched that many episodes of a series. The most I've done was Evangelion, which I likely never finished in multiple attempts. But the longest, probably the first Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know. I might have watched between 30 and 60 episodes, whatever, however long it is. I don't know. I don't know. It was 20 years ago. What do you want from me? But my sense is that anything that's made assembly line or under like the per of deadline is made to be a product. It's there's a lot of creative decisions that aren't being made by they're being made by the people footing the bill as is. And I would welcome them to do the same with my work. And they do the same at Wishman Bicarbonate with me, but not a Cosmic Line. I have a little bit more editorial leeway over there. Okay, this one's cool. Mr. I got some of these floating around. These are cool. Dean Motter, and then like guest starring Seth, etc. Seth on down. Okay. What's this? Faith by Ted McKeever. Okay, I got the first and last. These are from this is from 87. This is from 1999. Okay. 12 years later. 12 years and a digital pass later. That was black and white in total stark contrast. Black and white. This one's in I guess I'm gonna find out. Digital. Cliff Chang, assistant editor. There you go. John Workman. Hey now. And then Ted McKeever. See, this is what I like. Hey, take note. You only need to credit yourself once. There's no need to repeat your glorious name so many times. You'll get the exact same amount of shine out of just naming your jobs underneath your wonderful top billed name. Okay, this is Faith, an act of confession. Jeanette Kahn is still around. I don't know when she left. Between I guess 1999 and 2004, and then see, I'm not a historian. I don't the administrative and corporate personnel don't really interest me that much. And then Paul Levitz took over her job. Let me know. Correct me in the comments, comics experts. I'd like to know. And I don't want to ask Google. I want to ask you. Join the conversation, even if it's just to tell me little I know about comics. Look at this Dramatis Personae page. I like this one. This one's in negative. Chicken curry. Okay, that makes sense. I like this. I'm into it. Look at that. Area solid black. There it is again. One more. Every panel, a little bit of solid black. All right, so this guy, this is nightmarish. Oh, God. I mean, what do you expect? Oh, God. And then this person wakes up with their eyes behind gauze. Jesus Christ. Look at this. You see the sequence down here? Oh, man. What's this? And then there's an ad for, there's a motor oil ad? What the f is this? Oh, man. I don't know anything about cars. And then on the backside is for, these are for OVA. Correct me, media experts, after I spoke so rudely about Japanese media. These are for OVAs, original video animations, Wrath of the Ninja. I bet this is like a sequel to Ninja Soul by Rintaro. Let's see. I'm not going to tell you. Bestofanime.com. Wow. This is a font. This is a font from 1999 that really speaks, that really, really makes a sound when when you whistle it out. Or you can call their 800 number. Free preview of these 90s anime. See, this anime woman is from like 1990, and this one's from 1990. Maybe not. Who knows? Enough about that. I like this, the big-eyed, the really big-eyed style. I associate it with Ramno 1/2. Anyway, more about Ted McKeever. Look at this. Is this the opening? No. This person bugs out, and they're up splash. Man, this is a really annoyingly placed ad, considering how dramatic this moment is. Look at these cast shadows. Look, I love this Ted McKeever. Look, see his friends? Okay, so look at the shape of this lamp, and then look at the shape of the cast shadow and how immediately this becomes and oh man. All right, so the person is. This reminds me of this Tanith Lee novel that I was trying to read called Birthgrave. Tanith Lee I discovered on the I don't want to talk about it, but anyway, ideas from her books, and then Birth Grave was her first one. It's so cool. The style is so mythic and so unique and very familiar. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. Look at these silhouettes. Oh my God, be still my heart. I guess he's coloring these digitally. Whew. Hey. And then she's got the hairline of a man. Okay. Maybe is it meant to be like a Frankenstein? A Frankenstein? Oh, wow. Look at that. Looks like Teddy Christensen. This looks like the character from Four Devils, One Hell. The banger of bangers. No, I guess it's just a very, very shaved head, broad-shouldered lady. All right, so she's sitting there, and look at this. Look at all shadows, but then the box. A little light, and so then when we punch in, we can change the light. Oh, my God. Change the shape. So cool. So she got this Myrrh book, huh? What's in the Myrrh book? About faith. Oh, yeah. Well, ding. That's the name of the fucking book, eh? Here's Jesus' head. Gee, this is a mannequin's head done up like Christ, and then rags, bones. Great. Terrific. Whoa, hey, it's the 90s. Good game. This is for Tummy Lami. Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I never played fucking video games. Okay, Ted McKeever. This line here, oh man, if this was dropped, that'd be in hog heaven. Look at this cast shadow. Whew. John Workman working up a sweat. John Workman. This is unique. Usually you see John Workman killing these lines. That's exactly the thing that I remember him for on every single Walt Simonson project. What I'm seeing here is a little bit more, like stuff like this. Usually it's killed, but then this diagonal line, I'm not really used to seeing him do that. Maybe I haven't read a lot of his books. That's the thing, friend. I'm not. Well, I don't even read my own comics, but the things I haven't read a lot of comics. I like the ones I've read. I read them over and over again. But as far as exploring entire lines of books, there are entire lines of books I've never even. But I don't know. Whatever. What I discovered when I was a retailer is that every single person relates to the hobby a little bit different from one another. That's cool. I like that. All right. Look at how much solid black. Oof, God. What a vibe. I should read these. I should really read these comic books that I own. Look at this atmosphere in the gym. Box in the gym. This seems like you feel tough. This is the lady. This is the lady. I guess she shaved her head. And she's got a cross on her forehead. This is looks very similar to, what's the other one? Biddy. Metropole, with the angels and the demons. Look at this atmosphere. Hey, it's the 90s. Hey, guys, remember the 90s? Ooh, the blood. Monochrome on the blood, baby. See, this is another place with the liquids where if you kill... Not to tell Ted McKeever 25 years ago what's what, because he obviously... But if you kill the line on the liquid blood so that it's just the red sitting up against the gradient brown... It would that would really make me happy. But at the same time, when was the last time you ever saw textures like any of these in in a DC in a Marvel book, right? It just doesn't happen. Jay Lee, that's a good one. Mark, I can't pronounce his name. Is it Teixeira? Teixeira? You'll forgive me. I've heard things that'll turn you white. Wow, look at this cartooning, Ted McKeever. This guy with the eye patch. Nip out. But it's like a regular lady. It's like a sad barfly lady and not like that ridiculous repressed like Gen 13 type. Oh God. Oh God. It's enough to turn you off, women. Oh man, look at this image. Look at him with the opaque white carving into the black and then even making it gray. What a guy. Oh, hey now, look at these textures. This is spooky. I wonder if Ted McKeever ever did a Clive Barker comic. Hey, listen, if you've read any of these Clive Barker comics that Epic put out over the course of several years, you let me know if they're any good. I'm sure that the Tales of Hellraiser type stuff where, you know, Mike Mignola and Mobius and all these future luminaries get like a Marvel Comics Presents type shot. But I don't know anything about it. You'll let me know. Let me know in the comments and join the world's loneliest conversation with me, cartoonist Ben Granoff. You can read my work at picturesforstories.com. What is this? What's this an ad for? Some game on board by Konami. Okay, what is it? Hybrid Heaven? Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I didn't play video games. I couldn't do it anyway. I don't have my brain is wired for comics, not for video comics, not to play video games. God's sake. Hey, this guy's what the fuck? This reminds me a lot of the plastic forks type stuff. And then what is this ad for? Oh my God. Hey, did I mention it was the late 1990s? What is this? I bet it's for like some .com web service. Where the Heroes Live, Next Planet. Oh, it's an online comic service. Right. So the joke is that this guy has his orange and purple, his thong over his tights that he wears with no boots. And this is a lizard whose tail is wrapped around this thing as if, you know, tap. Next. Anyway, if you want to get comic, nextplanetover.com, the best place. It's the best place for comics. What's on the back? This is Mark Wahlberg and Chow Yun-Fat. Does this have a Chinese director, I wonder? Break the rules. You can't play by the rules when there aren't any. Oh, that's true. You know, it's like not to wax. Should I talk about what use are the rules when one side just moves the post consistently and changes their fucking agenda and whoopsie doodles their own fucking sense of reality? No, I'm the only. This is Industrial Gothic. Okay, this is December 95. This is 4 years early. This one, oh my God, this is great. Look at the airbrush here, how it's splitting up the foreground and midground and background. My 4-year-old loves foreground, midground, background. She's very, very good at that game. Well, we'll see. Oh gosh golly. This is the first issue. Hey now, all right, great. It's nice to see the beginning. Seekers into the Mystery. Jem de Mateus, please correct me if one of my favorite writers' names is not one that I know how to pronounce. I think it's Jem de Mateus, but I've heard DeMatteis. That's very phonetic. I don't think it's Italian. I think I'm saying DeMatteis. You'll let me know if that needs to be corrected. His Moon Shadow just got a definitive edition, soft cover, only $30, I think. I'd like to get my hands on that one. And Brooklyn having a new edition. That one's really phenomenal. It's very it's like very cartoony, like what's it like? Like Trent Canigua, Bobby's World, Simon Bisley, Inkwash, kind of Calvin and Hobbes, childhood Brooklyn trauma type stuff. Check it out. Anyway, this is Industrial Gothic. Ted McKeever. Blue Status editor. 95. Paul Levitt is so I guess Paul Levitt is number 2 here. So I guess he became the president and wait, Jack Con's the editor-in-chief in this moment. You know, it's funny. regardless of anyone's position in the book, I have absolutely no idea who is the editor in chief at DC Comics at any moment in in their history. Couldn't tell you. I think right now I think it's Bob Harris. I think it's been Bob Harris for a very long time. But I can tell you, except for like when it changes hands like 7 times in like months. Let me see if I can do this. All right, so Stan Lee, Roy Thomas, then it like bounces between like I think like Jerry Conway, maybe they might be before Roy Thomas. Jerry Conway, maybe Marv Wolfman did it for like 6 months or 18 months or something like that. Is that right? And then Shooter. Yeah, okay. Shooter. The DeFalco. DeFalco is my guy on the DeFalco books. I feel like us DeFalco fellows are also like Image second wave guys, like big Max fans. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching for straws. DeFalco, Quesada, Alonso, Cebulski. Right. So like I know that, and I could probably break it down. I could probably break it down years. Pretty easy. I bet Shooter starts like late 79, early 80s, something like that. And then that lasts until like 19 like late 87, late early 88. And then DeFalco leaves for Quesada in like 96 or 7. It was opening as soon as Marvel Knights is like 97, I think. I don't know how long Marvel Knights lasts. By the time Marvel Knights is over, Quesada, in my head canon, Quesada is editor-in-chief by the time that happens. Hey, can we talk about Ted McKeever for sake? Anyway, the point is, I don't know who the fuck is editor-in-chief at any given time. Oh, Mike Carlin, 87 to 90. I guess Jeanette Kahn, 90, I don't know what, 94 to 2000, what? I don't think Paul Levitz was ever editor-in-chief. The point is, I don't really care. There you go, baby. Look at this filigree. All right, Industrial Gothic. Ooh, spooky. Look at this. This is my home underwater right here. Wow, lettering? You know what my favorite thing is? Lettering with a lowercase font. I cannot believe that anyone, John Workman, lowercase by hand, so good. I'd buy the, this is like a Charles Vess, P. Craig Russell type font. I love it. I can't abide by people who make and stand by the argument that comics need to be lettered in that all caps font that they always were because of printing reasons. It's not an argument that makes a lick of damn sense, my friends, my brothers in comics. Anyway, I don't know what this is about. This is way too much text. This book I had. This book taught me about DC. Les Daniels. And I had the Marvel one too. I don't know what happened to either of them. Oh, I think my mother tossed them. There was a box of books that I was not clear should not be thrown away, and I suspect it was. And it contained my father's copy of Octobriano, which he got in Russia, I think. That can't be right. No, he didn't get it in Russia. That's stupid. He's studying Russia. Okay, great. Terrific. Hey, look, it's Dean Cain, who obviously doesn't understand the character that he played, hence this image, but also his commentary on David Cornuswet, which sounds like, frankly, one of the best portrayals of Superman of all time, including this one with the long hair and the really dramatic flowing cape. This is one of my favorite comics images of all time. I think this is CC. I wish that there was a great collection on newsprint of all this stuff. Treasury. Ooh, that'd be great. Look at this. You think there's like, man. Well, he's like, the whole thing is this thing. Let me do the brick. Every brick. When I teach, I tell my students, don't draw every brick. No need. You don't need to draw every brick. It's not a story about bricks. Ted McKeever is telling a story about bricks. Look how the bricks contrast with the solid black. Also had these larger foundation stones contrast with the standard brick. This is it's eerie. Oh God, super atmospheric. It is 95, so it's very early on the color. I just feel like the sky. I just wish something else was happening in the sky for this entire sequence. What's this? Nito. Ooh, the flaming lips and seaweed. I don't know what seaweed is. Sam Goody. The Flaming Lips. I don't think I heard of the Flaming Lips until maybe the end of high school, 2002. One of the best shows I ever went to. Oh yeah, this is one of the best shows I ever went to. It was Flaming Lips, Wilco, New Year's Eve, 2004, something like that. Fantastic. Madison Square Garden. Floor seats. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, the color, I don't know. Early digital color is, he's like, hey, let me, oh, they got an airbrush, huh? That looks pretty good over here. Who am I to judge? This looks great. Man. What's this? This is a novel, I think. The Ultimate Evil, author of Footsteps of the Hawk. All right, so he wrote this thriller about a hawk. Like, how about Batman next? This looks like a dramatic photo of a figurine meant to look like a person. You know what it looks like? It looks like Arkham Asylum when they do the Joker. What's his name? Dave McKean. Dave McKean. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? I was not expecting that. This is an Anthrax album. I've never seen this. Stomp 422. Electro Records. I don't think I had any albums by that company. Okay, so then this guy washes her in the shower, and then spooky. It's just eerie. I don't think the color is helping build the mood and tone in quite the way that that this one was. Wow, this works, I guess. Did I mention we got an airbrush? What's this? I have this book. Hell yeah, I've never seen this ad. I have a bunch of books. This shit is so fucking esoteric. So there's like 15 of these large soft and hardcover editions of Michael Moorcock's books. There's like 15 of them in this Borealis Legends White Wolf Publishing. It's White Wolf Publishing. Borealis Legends is the imprint, and then the series is like Michael Moorcock's Eternal Champion. And this Elric book is the 4th book in that series. And I think I have like 5 or 6. Got Elric. There's 2 Elric volumes. I got this Elric volume. I got Von Beck, Eternal Champion, Hawkmoon. The Cornelius Quartet is the same size, so I sort of consider that. It might even be the same publisher. Is that it? And then I have the first Corum in hardcover. It's so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Talking about Moorcock all day. Moorcock all day. That's not a good out of context quote, I guess. Look at this. He gets shot. Bloop. That's pretty good. He's always good with these cast shadows. Look at the eyebrow in the cast shadow disrupting it a little. You can see that. He's good with sequences. He's good with motifs. He's good with layouts. What's this? Alice in Chains. Yeah, this is like a pocket of culture. I was 95. I was too sweet a boy for the alternative rock of the 1990s. Oh, the 3-legged dog. That's spooky. Alice in Chains. That's all right. I don't know what it sounds like. Fucking knows. I guess they're good. I don't know. I've become much less judgmental. Like, I look at the 90s as like, oh, if only I'd been, if only I was latchkey and, a little more confident, I could have had a great time. But instead, I'm cynical and judgmental. Oh, these people and their, I'm downright puritanical. The sight of I see one more pierced belly button. Damn it. Anyway, What's this? This is nice. This is very like a Truman Show. I like this panel a lot. Look at the cast shadow. That's I guess this part is intended to be him. Yeah, right. Because this is the light source. Again, 5 years later, not for nothing. This guy's digital colors 5 years later is much more. Even when he's doing the same stuff. I mean, this is the exact same kind of coloring they're doing in this book. But man, have I taken Dave? I just don't want the video in. I've been talking about this Ted McKeever for so long. Look at this industrial type stuff. All right, cool. Anywhere but here. This is the John Workman that I know. Whew, that's great. Very subtle. What's this? Whatever God it is that you pray to, start asking for a quick and painless execution. Hexen. Ugh. Distributed by GT Interactive. Look, this is a PC game. Jesus Christ. Yeah, another thing that, I had a couple of PCs, not like this one. I couldn't get into them. I had Myst. Myst came with like a Windows 95 type deal computer. And I couldn't figure out the first fucking thing about it. Okay, what's this? This is the last issue of American Gothic. All right, the Aluminum Tower. Digital. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad that. Oh, well, damn it. Digital Chameleon did the separation. What do you need separations for? I guess maybe to make these highlights, I suppose. And then they send it back to Ted McKeever. He's like, all right, let me get the highlight airbrush in there. Okay. Wow, this is a lot of text. Holy shit. I wonder if there's a trade paperback of this. Hey, can I talk about Hellblazer for just a minute? This is the 100th issue of Hellblazer in 96. Man. Paul Jenkins and Sean Phillips. I bet that... Hey, let me know if that run is any good. One person who's watching. I know you're a comics expert. Why else would you be watching this? You handsome devil, you. So let me know if Hellblazer is any good. I've only watched 12 issues. I thought they were phenomenal. Jamie Delano and what's his name? Old John. Oh, Sir John Ridgway? Like the most British guy this side of David Lloyd. Anyway, I loved it. But I didn't think I needed to buy 17 trade paperbacks. So if anyone knows about like a particularly good run of that book, I would love to hear about it. Okay, Ted McKeever. Hey, all right. A lot of text. It's a lot of text on the very first page. Yep. Jesus Christ. Well, it's not quite the splash page and double page spread of 1970s Jack Kirby, which is frankly how I comic started. And one day I'll even do my own that way, but it hasn't happened yet. But they can't all be. Oh wow, look at this! Wow, look at the texture. Yikes! See, that's how you use the. That's some good early digital stuff right there. You're learning. You're learning, 30-year-old Ted McKeever. That's great. Paradise Lost, Draconian Times. What the hell? A new breed of Gothic. Metallica meets Sister of Mercy. Awesome. Metal Hammer, 45 fists. I don't know, 4 out of 5? 4 out of 5 fists, I say. Oh, God. The single is Enchantment. Paradise Lost, Draconian Times. Well, I like this, maybe it is Dave McKean. I kind of doubt it. It looks like in the style of Dave McKean. They couldn't afford Dave McKean. But they sure put enough pearls in this guy's head and seashells. All right, that's cool. What's this? Primus. Man, this is a band that I wish I listened to. Primus sucks. Yeah, I remember this ad, and I remember thinking, what the hell is Primus? And I think at some point I was like, oh, it's a band. And I was like, I don't know what it sounds like. That looks weird. But the truth is that Primus is probably the biggest 90s band that I would have connected with had I but listened. Anyway. There's all that. Jesus, God, this is like a Alejandro Jodorowsky film with all these people with their different abilities, etc. This visual trope always freaks me out. No eyes, just pure shadow. Scary, spooky, scary. What's this? Another record? I'm just looking at the ads. I just like the ads from the 90s, man. All right, this is Sam Goody, Music Land. Stabbing Westward. I don't know what that is. I bet Stabbing Westward is like what would become known as. You'll correct me because I obviously don't know. Like it's a. I'm gonna describe music. I don't know what it sounds like a Midwestern emo kind of thing, alternative kind of. Wither, blister, peel, and burn. I don't really care. The truth is, I don't care. This is something. Can we talk about something I care about? It's that you can pay $3 on pay-per-view, and you can go to Six Flags and have a Batman Forever experience there. I love this movie. I don't care. This movie, to my kids, I don't know. It's like a kid's movie, but it's also like it's not, hasn't like it's too sexy. It's too off the wall. I don't know. Anyway, I rode this roller coaster one time. You stand up, your legs dangle. That's what it is. Your legs dangle. Tommy Lee Jones. So what happens? They hate Jim Carrey, and instead of listening to Joel Schumacher and playing Two-Face as directed, apparently he just went rogue and tried to out Jim Carrey. Well, that's one way Batman movie, I suppose. I'm very much looking forward to new Superman. And if there's a Batman in the Superman version, that's obviously not, what's his name? Robert Pattinson? I don't know. Maybe Robert Pattinson would be cool with goofy Silver Age DCU Superman. I'm very excited for. All right, a lot of rambling. A lot of ADHD rambling. Here we go. What else we got? No ads for a good stretch. This looks like Guy Davis. I love his layouts. Good rhythm. 2, 2, 1, 3. 4-panel grid. Third of a page panel. No, it's not a third. It's like 40%. Jesus, that's a lot of text. This is a photocopy of this. Blown up. There was a time where I fantasized about getting a photocopier. Me and Dover scheming, getting a photo. Look at this. Spooky ass oil. It looks like Leon. Is that hey, friends, correct me because I have no idea. Who drew Paradise X and Earth X? Written by Jim Kruger. Doug Braithwaite, perhaps. Alex Ross designs it. Maybe John Paul Leon. There's maybe another artist I can't think of who's got this. Correct me, a fool who doesn't know anything about comics, with incredible brain trust knowledge. And join the conversation by letting me know what the heck you like about comics. Oh man, is my stack over? I want to look at comics more. Look at this. Look at these silhouettes. Tasteful Ted McKeever. I don't want to go through the other ones because I'll go through these, but I don't want to go back through them because they were so dusty. Dusty and new. All right, this is Peter Milligan and Ted McKeever. 3. So maybe this is not yes, it is digital. Oh, God damn it. Tom McCraw. All right, well, at least they got one guy, making him do his own separations. 93, huh? All right, so let me say this. I've read a bunch of Peter Milligan comics. I think the ones I like the most were the Ecstatics ones. Wow, look at the silver in the cover. That's cool. I noticed that. 1993. Oh man, is that the month? No, this came out September 93. Wow, spooky. Well, that's a cool digital effect. Hey, the colorist is already bringing a lot more mood and tone into this. Ted McKeever's doing it with the extreme close-ups on the tape recording machine. And then this spooky S&M guy shows up. He starts stabbing people in the sauna. 80. No one will suspect her murdering this guy when she sits in her spooky house. This game, I 100% borrowed this game from my friend who I'm sure could play this game, but I couldn't figure it the fuck out. It was like, hey, fly to Rigel 7. I was like, oh, okay. And then I would, and it would be like, oh, you're not at the right place. I was like, oh, let me fly to, Reticula G, or whatever the fuck. Oh, this is CD90s. This is a great color solution for these little figures. These little Funky Town Keith Haring 90s nightlife figures. Oh, then this guy's on the Chase Lounge. Oh, my wife's gonna come out. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the house settling. All right. What's this? Hellblazer #1. Ooh. Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. Okay, well. Hey, this is the thing I was talking about before. No holding line on the outline of the blood. Look how good that looks.